It is game number 6, ladies and gentlemen. We do want to thank you for tuning in. Make sure to check out our IREP sponsor. Here we go. IdrA spawning as the green Zerg, red Protoss down in the bottom hand corner, WhiteRa. It is going to be a Dukem out to the last minute. Both players going to be drawing blood here on Steps of War.
Oh, excuse me. I'm seriously so excited for this. Like, this has got to be one of the most exciting games, at least exciting matchups that I have ever seen. Because to be completely honest, I really doubted WhiteRa. I feel kind of bad now because WhiteRa is really proving himself here in this game. I just expected IdrA to take this easy peasy, like no problem. Oh, this probe looking out here pretty early. He could be securing his natural by putting his pylon right here, which is exactly what he is going to be doing. That is pretty common on this map. You can secure that ramp and your natural at the same time. But, oh man, that's going to also decrease the rush distance. So is he going to be getting early gateways here for early pressure to try and take Raging IdrA out pretty early, I would say. I can't wait to see, though, what he decides to do.
I think this is a pretty big gamble in WhiteRa for going for a fast expansion. And the reason for that is because the rush distance on this map is really, really, really close. And going for this Forge fast expand, or just a fast expand in general, and blocking off both your natural and main, I think he's kind of depending on IdrA to not rush. He's kind of playing against IdrA's psychology. IdrA not known for rushing. IdrA known for going 14 pull, 15 pull, things like that. He does have a 14 pull going down. I think it was 15 actually, and he got an extractor as well. IdrA's actually going to be playing one base here.
Yeah, he is going to be doing...
This is going to be bad.
Yeah, he is going to do some early stuff here, which WhiteRa has to expect this, but his building placement not the best for something like this, because not only is the ramp huge, you need to, 3 or 4 zealots to block it off, but his pylon is also dangerously out in the open. So WhiteRa really needs to chrono boost these zealots, which is exactly what he's doing. He is going to see that IdrA's on one base. He can't be too surprised here. This is the type of build you go on Steps of War as a Zerg player. You don't do those early macros because of the early rush distance. So WhiteRa needs to get out another gateway, which he is going to be getting that pylon right now. I have been in the same position as WhiteRa before. It's very difficult to play against. I'm kind of surprised he's sending out that Zealot because those Zerglings are going to be done here. So we could see a very early game here. I'm kind of curious to see how WhiteRa is going to play this out.
Yeah, I like how IdrA adapted. Actually, he didn't really adapt. He just said, Steps of War, I'm going to go one base, before he saw the gateway at the forward position. And I think now it's going to favor IdrA. He's going to be able to deal with this forward Zealot. He's going to take it out quite easily. And then I think he's just going to waltz right into the natural expansion and into the main if he wanted to. So these Zealots are going to have to wall off. And I don't agree with the position on this Forge. I think he could have placed it to complete a wall off, so I think he's going to be in a bit of trouble. But IdrA's just playing defensive with his Zerglings. We'll see what happens.
WhiteRa is still, though, playing pretty smart. I mean, look at this. He has these Zealots up here. What he needs to be careful of is a Zergling run-by, but if he does a Zergling run-by, then he could lose a lot of drones. WhiteRa needs to be so very careful here, especially with the roaches on the way. This is a very tense moment. If those Zerglings get by, it is lights out for WhiteRa, but WhiteRa forcing IdrA to stay on one base, which is exactly what he wants, and it is allowing him to get these cannons up at this natural to finish off his wall in. So this is a very tense moment here. I'm surprised WhiteRa went something as ballsy as this, but I'm kind of curious to see, though, if these roaches are going to give him any trouble.
Both players really standing on the edge of losing or winning this game. They are on the precipice of an extra 1,000 or losing $1,000 here in the final series. Now, it's important to note the drone count is drastically different for both players. 22 over 13 in WhiteRa's favor, and that's because he's not allowed IdrA to get his expansion. He's forced IdrA. He's actually told IdrA, look, Steps of War, so we're going to play one base, is what IdrA said. So IdrA has been producing all these roaches and lings, and he's not been able to produce the economy he really wants. He does have speed finished for his Zerglings, though, and it's going to come down to if WhiteRa can hold on to his front door. If WhiteRa can hold on to his front door, IdrA, I think, is going to be in a lot of trouble.
WhiteRa, I think, needs to throw down a couple extra cannons, but look at this Zealot placement. He needs to actually block off that other side as well. He's trying to get that Cybernetics core up in time. I think it is going to block off these Zerglings. This is exactly what WhiteRa is planning for. This is where it's going to start favoring WhiteRa. Only 2 cannons. Don't know if it's enough. We need to see some Stalkers or something else. He did get that expansion. The Roach is trying to find that little sweet spot to take out the gateway. That's exactly what he's going to do. There's the additional cannons. I think WhiteRa realizes IdrA is all in at this point. He is doing a very low economy. What are you doing, Roach? Getting shot from behind there by that cannon, almost losing that one. And so this is really favoring WhiteRa, although WhiteRa needs to be careful not to let those Zerglings into his main, which is exactly what IdrA is trying to do to kill this gateway. And can he do it though? WhiteRa needs to keep these Zealots in place. Here comes the run by! Oh, he blocks it off just in time! Oh my god, able to block that off. The cannon is gonna finish! This attack is not going to work! This is absolutely crazy right now!
GG!
Oh!
HDH GG's to WhiteRa. WhiteRa is
Oh my god!
4-2 or
Oh!
4-2 in WhiteRa's favor. WhiteRa wins first place in the HDH Invitational. IdrA loses and rage quits. Well, he rage quit last game. And during that entire battle, oh my goodness, he was using those roaches to try to lure the Zealots out so he could run his speedlings in. And wow, WhiteRa just
oh my
performed
god! I seriously just fell out of my seat. I'm gonna watch that in super slow motion after this. He put those Zealots so perfectly. If there was like 1 pixel in the wrong direction, those Zerglings would have got us around. The Zealots probably would have went down. And what's funny is that WhiteRa actually got a fairly early expansion against this all-in IdrA attack. Oh man, IdrA didn't even want to play it out. He says $1,000 isn't worth the humiliation of a slow defeat. Oh man, so IdrA getting second place, he gets $1,000, but the Ukrainian Terror is gonna get $2,000, which I don't know what that is in Ukrainian dollars, but it is very good. Oh man, absolutely awesome. So thank you guys for tuning in. That is, I would say, is a huge upset. And IdrA, he goes out 4-2 against WhiteRa. So WhiteRa is the HDH #1 Grand Champion, and that is so crazy, man. I don't know about you, HD, but I had a blast. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Subscribe to us, youtube.com/HDStarcraft, youtube.com/HuskyStarcraft. There will be more HDHs in the future. Oh, man, I got to go take a breather right now, man.
Yeah, guys, make sure to check out our sponsor, IRIP. That is the conclusion of the HDH Invitational. Thanks a lot for all the support, guys, all across the community, from Team Liquid to YouTube to whatever you guys are coming from, wherever, whenever, and wherever. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, thanks, guys. We will see you next time. And, yeah, stay tuned for more HDH action. Hopefully in the future. We'll have to wait and see. And when I say stay tuned, I don't mean stay tuned to the stream. I do mean stay tuned to us. So anyways, that is it, and we'll see you guys next time.